My name's Dan Roberts, and I participated at the Chair Petit Déjeuner en d'État, talking about the interaction between the types of regulation which DG Comp have put out in the energy sector, the EEAG guidelines, and the more detailed regulations which DG ENER have put out, for example, in the winter package, and looking at whether the two types of regulation are substitutes or complements, or whether they are in fact more in tension with each other. The key point of my intervention related to the fact that there is clearly a place for the types of guidelines which DG Comp have proposed. They rest on sound economic principles. They follow the objectives which DG Comp classically has in these sorts of occasions. However, the risk of these more higher level regulations is that they're put in place without taking into account the broader conditions of the markets to which they pertain. So, for example, DG Comp's regulation in relation to renewables energy in the energy sector requires competitive bidding amongst in a way which is technology neutral, so which puts different renewables technologies into competition with each other, which might result in the lowest cost if all of the externalities are internalized to those developers. If there remain externalities out there, for example, if different technologies have different network costs or different balancing costs, but those aren't felt by the developers, then maybe what appears to be a very sound piece of economic framework legislation could result in decisions being made which actually don't reflect the lowest cost to customers. So whilst there's a clear place for such regulations, they need to be cognizant, their implementation in particular needs to be cognizant of the wider context in order that they actually achieve the objective which the legislator, the regulator, has set for them.